fight for your right to party.
Thanks for that, Jimmy G. Great introduction to this topic. You might have heard in our newscast earlier today about the struggle Party Expert is having getting a sign authorized by the municipality of Brossard for its new store there. The city refusing to grant a municipal permit, saying it has concerns about the English word party and whether or not the sign will be in compliance with Quebec's new sign laws vis-a-vis language. To tell us more about this struggle, Lynda Bouvier is president of Party Experts. Hello, Lynda.
Hi.
How did this all start, Lynda?
Oh boy. Well, something started that I never thought I would have to deal with in my life. It just started with a simple demand of a sign in our beautiful store that we will build at the Quartier d'Estrange. A demand that we do everywhere we open a store. And simple, but this time it's not simple. They came back with the signage company that we hired, saying that we need to address ourselves to l'Office québécois de la langue française about the company name Party Expert, which, by the way, is a registered trademark for the past 20 years. And it's a Quebec-based company owned by a family and myself, and we are French. So, I really am confused of the direction and the position the Quebec l'Office québécois de la langue française is taking towards the companies, regardless if we're based in Quebec or elsewhere. But what they're really asking, and then we send a message, like they ask us to, our signage company again communicated with l'Office québécois de la langue française, and they asked them, look, are we okay? Because we can't get our permit. The Ville de Brossard is debating about the word, and they answered that party is an English word, and effectively it's not a French word. And that they are, we have to look at having a predominance of French into our name. And so far, because of the new law 96 that will be in effect in 1st of June 2025. So how do you want us to create a sign that is predominantly French with the brand name of Party Expert? What they're asking is,
Is this not the issue of the descriptor? Because we've been hearing about this new requirement for descriptors along with English names that describe what the magasin à rayon type thing.
Exactly. Well, exactly. No, what they're saying is that the French has to be predominant. It has to be double the size of the English. So if they consider my trademark Party Expert to be English, which they're doing now, but 10 years ago, they gave us a certificate that's saying that Party Expert was compliant to the OQLF. And so what happened today? Why isn't it accepted anymore? And that I'm debating this again with l'Office québécois de la langue française. So, and how do you want us to have a predominant French on our signage when our company brand, our signage is English? It wouldn't make any sense what they're asking.
Well, I guess it would mean Party Expert is in tiny little letters and your descriptor is in giant.
Exactly. Imagine how it would look. And not just that, we have 10 stores established in Quebec for the past 20 years. We're opening 2 more. We have 4 more on the coming. So what is this for the rest of my store? What's going on with all this? Where does all of this stop? I find that the Quebec, l'Office de la langue française, look, I'm all for French. I'm French myself. As you can see, my English is not that great, but I had to learn it. And because outside of Quebec, there's a life and it's called English. You have to be able to communicate in English on the internet. But they're going as far as visiting our premises next week, all our head office, to see and verify the keyboards that we're using if they're in French. The programs that we're using, are they in French? And if they're not in French, we have to give them a story of why it's not in French and why we're not having French. This is so heavy. It's so unbelievable. I feel like they're running my business and not me anymore.
Well, you told CTV when you were interviewed by CTV about this that it is bringing you to the brink of considering leaving Quebec as a business owner.
Absolutely. And it breaks my heart because I really love Quebec. We're builders of this beautiful Quebec. I've been in business personally since 40 years. I have 11 companies. Party Expert at 200. We have over 400 employees. So we're builders, but they're going. I just find we have so many other issues that are so more important. And instead of being such a diversified, welcoming province, we are such a dividing province. I feel that the OQLF is forgetting that we have a big Anglophone community born here, and that they should be equally be able to have service in English. And I think I agree with them. French is important. This is why we started making our own French products. We have over 7,000 products because we wanted to respond to a Francophone clientele because there's none around. Nobody wants. French is such a small little province compared to the rest of the world, who is mainly in English. It's very, very tough, even for having products, the packaging. But again, people in Quebec could buy any kind of packaging online everywhere, and this money is going elsewhere. So they need to look at the bigger picture and start rethinking. Yes, protect French, 100%, I'm with that. But we're not talking about this. I mean, it's much more than that. When you want to touch my trademark, and I'm a Quebec-based company. I had an interview earlier with another radio station. They were saying, well, why did you use an English name? Well, in my heart and in my head, Party is an English name, and it's a French name also because it's in the dictionary. It's in the French dictionary. Garden Party is in the French dictionary. So it's like I feel like I did something wrong after 20-some years, which doesn't make any sense. I know we did everything we did, and we're going to continue doing what we're doing, for sure.
This also raises questions about Brossard and its signs permits operation kind of becoming an enforcement arm of the Office Québécois. I don't understand at the municipal level how Brossard can get involved in this.
I agree with you. I couldn't agree more. I'm confused, honestly. Who is running this? Who is it a clerk? Is it a decision of a clerk? Is it a decision of the city? Is it a decision of I'm honestly, I am very confused about. I don't think it's the city of Brossard's place to debate on the brand or the trademarks of the company that have decided to establish themselves in Brossard. But for them to refer us to l'Office québécois de la langue française is unbelievable. And they have our file for signage since the end of March. My signage company, I've been in communication with them. They asked us to do a little modification for the meeting they had on July 3rd. And we still don't have any permit. They can issue the permit, and they're waiting to see what the Office québécois de la langue française will respond.
What is next? Now, you have that inspection coming up at your head office, you said next week.
Yes.
And what path do you foresee taking?
Oh, look, I have to take a step back because honestly, I feel like I'm in a bad dream. I'm so happy to develop and open stores in Quebec and make sure that we protect our market, develop French products, and all this. And now it kind of I'm re-questioning. I'm having change of hearts about, what are we doing here? Where are we going with this? Where is Quebec going with this? I'm French and I support French 100%. This is why I am producing products in French. But this is too much. They're going too far. I feel they are running my business that I am responsible of. And that I have a problem with. And not just that, people are getting involved, We're getting, most of the people are supporting, and a lot of Anglophone has reached out because they were very frustrated about the whole thing. But at the same time, they're so nice in saying, we support French, we respect French, all of this. But it's like, if you're not French, you're against us, which is a very bad way to think of Quebec. And there's if you look online, a lot of tourist people are complaining about not being able to get served in English, and they come from abroad. and they were insulted. So, I mean, what's the message are we sending? What kind of welcoming province are we, and have future growth in this province?
Lynda Bouvier, thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Lynda Bouvier is president of Party Expert, and you can be sure the CTV newsroom is going to be keeping tabs on this story. 11:30, time for us to check in with the CJ 8800 newsroom.